Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, driving on my way home from work. So, I just watched before the Microsoft E3 press conference. I'm not a huge fan of the conferences. Most of the time, the games they show don't really, blow me out of the water. One of the main things Microsoft did announce, which I liked a lot, was backwards compatibility for the Xbox One to play 360 titles. That was really cool. There's still a lot of 360 games I haven't played, or old ones that I would love to play online again, like Shadowrun, or I downloaded Scott Pilgrim a while back, and I was talking to Beth, and I said, I would love to play Scott Pilgrim with you. It's like a great, beat 'em up, like an old school beat 'em up. It's like, shit, I don't have my 360, I lent it to Rich, and all I have is the Xbox One. It's obviously not, but I think from the way they're making it sound, you can download all the games you had already, I think, and you can put in discs of games you have, and it downloads them and rips them to the hard drive. I don't know what they're going to do in terms of saves. I don't remember if the 360 backed up saves to the cloud, to the network. I don't know. You might have to start over. I mean, that's not really a big deal. Most of the stuff I played was, I had beaten, or it's online, so there really isn't any saves, so to speak. So that was really cool. They did show some pretty cool titles. There's this one game, for some reason the name is escaping me, but it's by what's his name, Kenji Ifune, and the creators of Metroid. That looked kind of, the little commercial they showed looked kind of interesting. Not my speed, but still kind of interesting. I could see people liking that. They showed Fable Legends and a couple other games. Sea of Thieves looked kind of cool. And then Rare showed off a really interesting 30-pack of games. I guess it's on one disc. And it's all the classic titles. So Conker's Bad Fur Day, which I've never played. Battletoads, which I liked a lot, but hopefully they toned down the difficulty. What else? Perfect Dark is on there. Viva Pinata. Kind of like most of the Rare catalog, I would say, or almost all of it, is on this disc, and it's $30. So $30 for 30 games. I mean, even if you like 5 out of the 30, it's still pretty much worth it. So that was cool. And I know people have been Banjo-Kazooie, all those, they're on there. So that's pretty cool that they actually are doing some kind of fan service type stuff. What else? They showed a little bit of The Division, which I'm really, really looking forward to. That's probably my most wanted game this year now that Elder Scrolls is out, and I'm playing it. If anyone has it, hit me up. I'm in Ebonheart Pact. I'll give you my good time for my phone, stand to break. I'm in the Ebonheart Pact, and we can play on Elder Scrolls. I'm on the North American server or whatever. What else? There was one more thing I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, they announced a new controller, and it looks really nice, and it has tons of buttons, and, I guess it's more of a professional type controller, different, buttons underneath the controller you can use as well, and, map each one to whatever you want it to do. But I think they said it's going to be $150. I didn't even want to spend $50 on a spare Xbox One controller. I bought, a $20 Microsoft official mini controller for Beth to play games with me. So that's probably out of my league. I would not spend $150 on a controller. So that was a little nutty, but I'm sure people are going to be excited and get that as well. I'm probably not going to, time-wise, be able to catch the Sony one, but I am looking forward to see if they do pull Shenmue out of their ass. That is the only reason I would really watch the Sony one, only because I don't have a PlayStation, so I don't really have much invested in it in terms of seeing what they're putting out. But I am looking forward to a little bit of it anyway, and to see if Shenmue, because does get released or does get announced, because Yu Suzuki on his Twitter had put a picture up, I think it was yesterday or the day before, of a forklift, and he wrote "See you at E3." So kind of cool. I don't know if it's just he's joking around or whatever, but I have a feeling it might do maybe they'll do an HD remaster on Sony console and see if it does well. I don't know if it would be exclusive or if it would be cross-platform, and maybe Sony just gets the first rights to it, but I don't know. I mean, Shenmue had a weird legacy, being on the Dreamcast, and then the Dreamcast got it in Europe and Japan for just Europe and Japan for the sequel, and then the third one never came out, and the sequel also came on the original Xbox too. So I don't know, but that was really it. I had a cool weekend. went to, on a whim, I didn't even know it existed. My friend was like, you got to come to this thing. It's a convention in Garden City called Eternal Con. And I'm like, dude, it's 10 in the morning. I'm tired. I had a long day yesterday. Beth and I went to a tattoo convention on Saturday and the zoo, Central Park Zoo. So I was like out all day. So I said, now I'm kind of tired. I'm probably just going to hang home. He's like, all right. About 4 hours later, he sends me a picture of him and Vernon Wells. Vernon Wells is Wes from The Road Warrior with the red mohawk, the bad guy. My jaw dropped. I was like, this is one of my favorite movies. This dude used to like creep me the fuck out as a kid. The feeling of the movie was always eerie to me and like really great. I almost got a tattoo of the movie at one point. I'm still contemplating it, just kind of running out of room and not sure where I would put it. But so I met him. I went to Eternal Con. I met Vernon Wells, Johnny Brennan from the Jerky Boys, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Jake the Snake Roberts, Eric Roberts, another Roberts, different, no relation. He's related to Julia Roberts. He was really cool. He gave me like a big hug when I took a picture with him. Vernon Wells was awesome. I told him how I loved The Road Warrior and he used to creep me out. Now I almost got a tattoo of the movie, and he's like, I've seen so many people with my face tattooed on them, he goes, and I can just imagine when they're old and my face starts sagging. Like he had a good sense of humor, and he gave me a really good deal on a picture with him, an autograph, and a t-shirt. I also met Frank Frazetta, who is the famous fantasy artist who passed away in, I believe, 2010. His granddaughter sells his prints now at these shows. She was very nice. A lot of cool merchandise they were selling. A lot of cool, like, indie artists selling stuff and showing things off. Really great time. It was a lot of fun. I wish I knew about it Saturday. I would have loved for Beth to come, but maybe next year. So that's really it. I guess if I hear anything from the Sony conference that like tickles my fancy, I'll pop in again. But that was really it. Yeah, tell me, guys, what you think about what Microsoft did in terms of their conference. Are you excited? Do you think the backwards compatibility is going to pull out a lot of, people who haven't bought the Xbox One yet because they've, stockpiled all these 360 titles? I mean, I just got a coupon from GameStop for $5 off of $5, so it's perfect timing for me to get a new 360 game for $5 off because they're so cheap now. So, thanks. Oh, last thing. When I went to Eternal Con, I ran into Gore the Movie God. If you don't know him, check him out. I'll put his link down in the description. Nice guy, lives a little out east further than I do, about 30-40 minutes. And I looked up and I'm like, excuse me, are you Gore the Movie God? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, hey man, I'm Sega CD Universe, what's up? And he's like, what's going on? And we took a picture and bullshitted for a sec. Really nice guy, so check him out. And that's really it. Thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.